I'm a witness, I'm a witness. I'm a witness, I'm a witness. I'm a witness, I'm a witness. I'm a witness. I'm a witness, I'm a witness. I'm a witness, I'm a witness. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. You just don't know. You just don't know. Don't know. You just don't know. What you know. Oh. You just don't know. Benjamin Cone III right here on Guts Gospel United States. a variety talk show with a Christian point of view, hoping that you will have the guts to tell somebody about Jesus. I'm your host, Nikki V, and we thank you so much for tuning in to the broadcast, talking about developing leaders around us and pay the price that attracts leaders. I know that's deep, ain't it? Pay the price that attracts leaders. Now, success always comes at a price. Always comes at a price. That's a lesson that I learned a long time ago. Some of you probably have already learned it as well. And I tell you, my father taught me that a person can pay now and play later, or he can play now and pay later. Either way, it doesn't matter. You're going to have to pay. I'm going to say that one more time because I know somebody got lost. I heard somebody go, wait a minute, what did you say? I got lost. You can pay now or you can pay later. And my father always let me know that you can pay now and play later, or you can play now and pay later. But it doesn't matter. You're going to pay one way or the other. So whether you want to play up front or play on the back end, it's up to you. But you're going to have to pay. So don't think you can just play your whole life. Okay, I'm going to just start off playing and I'll be free. No, you're going to have to pay for all that playing you did. And you're going to have to, enjoy. You can enjoy your play if you pay first. So it's up to you. You have to make that decision. Creating a climate for potential leaders also requires a leader to pay a price. It begins with personal growth. So you can't try to develop somebody when you yourself are not yet developed. The leader must examine himself, ask himself the hard questions, and then determine to do the right thing. Determine that I'm going to go the way that I'm supposed to go. Regardless of the atmosphere or the mood, regardless of what's going on, I'm going to do the right thing. Now, there are few ideal and leisurely settings for the disciplines of growth. Most of the significant things done in the world were done by persons who were either too busy or too sick to do them. Emotion-based companies allow the atmosphere to determine the action. Character-based companies allow the action to determine the atmosphere. Now, successful leaders recognize that personal growth and the development of leadership skills are lifetime pursuits. Warren Bennis and Bert Nanas in Leaders, the Strategies for Taking Charge, did a study of 90 top leaders in all fields. They found that it is the capacity to develop and improve their skills that distinguishes leaders from their followers. They came to the conclusion that leaders are perpetual learners. Now, I just want to bring you back to that point. A person can pay now and play later, or he can play now and pay later. Commitment to provide a climate where potential leaders may grow must start with the leader's commitment to personal growth. Answer the following questions to determine your current commitment level. We're going to deal with some questions. You have to answer them personally, privately, on your own. You might want to take it down, or you might want to visit us on gutsay.com and revisit this segment so you can get the questions. Questions on commitment to personal growth. Do I have a game plan for personal growth? Yes or no? Do I have a game plan for personal growth? Yes or no? Am I the leader of that plan? Yes or no? Am I willing to change to keep growing, even if it means giving up my current position if I am not experiencing growth? Yes or no? Will I let go of my title when the title seems to be so much, it gives me so much power and authority, but it is stunting my growth? I am not developing as a person. Yes or no? Is my life an example for others to follow? Yes or no? Am I willing to pay the price to become a great leader? Yes or no? Now, a no on any of these questions should cause a leader to examine his plan and commitment to personal growth. Because if you put no on any one of them, you are not committed to your personal growth. You might be committed to being a success, but not your personal growth. Because success and personal growth are not always the same thing. You can do a lot of great things and still not develop or grow. A lack of commitment on the part of a leader makes it difficult for potential leaders around them to be developed. If you, as a leader, have not made this commitment, your future is limited, and you will never become a great leader. You may be a good one, but you'll never be a great one. So now, this moment, after you've done those questions and examined yourself, if you need to change, it's the time to change. The environment in which you work will influence you and those you lead. We're going to look at a few more questions before we transition to help determine our organization's dedication to developing leaders and providing a climate that promotes organizational and personal growth. So these are the questions that you need to ask concerning organizational growth. Now, we talked about personal growth. Now we're talking about the growth of the body, the growth of everybody, the growth of the unit, the growth of the organism, the growth of the organization. Has the organization made a specific commitment to grow and develop people? Sometimes, usually, seldom. Is the organization willing to spend money to develop employees' growth? Seldom, sometimes, usually. Is the organization willing to make changes to keep itself and its people growing? Seldom, sometimes, usually. Does the organization support leaders willing to make the difficult decisions necessary for people's personal growth and the growth of the organization? Sometimes, seldom, usually. Does the organization promote from within? Seldom, sometimes, usually. And the last question, are there other leaders in the organization willing to pay the price of personal sacrifice to ensure their growth and the growth of others? Seldom, sometimes, usually. If the majority of the answers to these questions is seldom or sometimes, then a change is in order. If the organization is controlled by you, begin changing now. If you head a department in the organization, then you are in a position to make positive changes. Do as many things as your organization will allow to create a positive climate for potential leaders. If you are in a position only to make changes for yourself, try to find someone in the organization who will develop you or change your job. Great leaders share themselves and what they have learned with the learners who will become tomorrow's leaders. A person can impress potential leaders from a distance, but only from up close can they impact them. We only make a difference in close quarters. We impress people from far away, but we impact them when we share our life with them, when we get close, when we're close enough to make a difference. When we're close enough to show who God is. When we're close enough that people can see the blemishes, the flaws, as well as the perfections. That's when we impact the lives of other people. That's when we make a difference in the lives of other people. Now, we thank you so much for tuning into the broadcast. You are tuned into Guts to Save, a variety talk show with a Christian point of view, hoping that you will have the guts to tell somebody about Jesus. I'm your host, Nikki V, and we do thank you for tuning into the broadcast and being part of what God is doing right here and right now. The number to call to join in the conversation for prayer or discussion, or maybe you have something that you'd like to comment on or something that you'd like to share with our listening audience. We would love for you to call us. Toll free in the continental United States, it's 877-217-5375. That's 877-217-5375. That's our network call-in number. Option number 2, get you to the broadcast when we are live. If we are not live, it'll let you know when the next live broadcast will be. By the way, Damon Little in the background, and make a way. I tell you, God will do it. I'm Nikki V, and you're tuning in to Guts, Gospel United States, a variety talk show with a Christian point of view, hoping that you will have the guts to tell somebody about Jesus. We'll be right back after this. boy? Hey, boy. And now for our Harvest Reapers update.
God bless you and good day to you, Dr. Lee. This is the president and spokesman of the Harvest Reapers International School of Ministry, Apostle Howard Akins Jr. Listening to the show earlier, you were talking about leaders, and I tell you what an outstanding job on leadership and what it takes to be a leader, and not only a leader, make a leader. And I was thinking about the
W2.
leaders and the staff at Harvest Reaper School of Ministry, me being the spokesman.
Hello?
I'm so proud.
You're trying to leave a message for Trish?
Elated to be able to bring the information.
Yes.
Dr. Lee, the
Yes, sir.
VP of this Harvest Reapers movement. Also want to thank the apostle of
Nope.
South Florida District Apostle.
Roberta.
Apostle Gilligan Rumer,
You're welcome.
Florida
No problem.
District, ruling elder Isaac Clay, and also the bishop and overseer of Fort Smith AD, Dr. Janelle Bond, also Bishop Jean, the Fort Lauderdale Mission chapter, and also these wonderful teachers, Reverend Pointer and Christina Pointer, and Dr. Kanard, and Reverend McCormick, Pastor Robinson, and we just have a wonderful staff, and they're doing such an outstanding job on producing leaders and teaching leaders how to lead it. And I tell you, it's just wonderful. I also would like to say that those of you in the South Florida area, the Fort Lauderdale area, this is the time for you to come in and get your license. These teachers, this teaching staff have about 100 years or more of experience, and well qualified. When you come out, you will be trained to do what you need to do for the Lord. And they will, this teaching staff of leaders, they will propel you into your destiny. Dr. Lee just wanted to say that this is the last class for the year in Fort Lauderdale, the very last class for this year. So those of you who are procrastinating, and you know in your heart that the Lord is pushing you towards your destiny, He's trying to push you through that door, and you're waiting for this church to ordain you as that church, and you're not getting it. Well, listen, wait no more. God has an outlet for you. That's Harvest Reapers International School of Ministry, where you'll be licensed on a worldwide level, not just a local level. You'll be licensed on a worldwide level. So this is your time to come in, continue to listen to the Gut Gospel Show, and she will give you that information. You need to write the number down so that you can come in this class this Saturday at 8 a.m. and we will get you started. Also, Dr. This is my last time for this year talking on the ordinational school. But I tell you on Monday, there's some very important information. We're taking another step, and my God, we're just ready for God. We are ready, and just ready for God to take us to the next level. Well, there you have it. Those of you who need your license, you need to come in and come in now. Thank you so much, Dr. Lee, for allowing us to put out this wonderful information. God bless you, and have a wonderful day.
Harvest Reapers International School of Ministry is here to equip, qualify, and certify members of the body of Christ for kingdom building in just 6 short weeks. You will receive your certification and ordination as a pastor, evangelist, prophet, teacher, apostle, or minister in the gospel. Call today. Classes are starting soon. 754-422-4200. And get on your way to ministry at the highest level. Harvest Reapers International School of Ministry, here to equip, qualify, and certify members of the body of Christ for kingdom building. Call now and register today. 754-422-4200. Harvest Reapers International School of Ministry, here to equip, qualify, and certify members of the body of Christ for kingdom building in just 6 short weeks. So call today and register. 754-422-4200.
This is just a journey.
Thank you for coming with me. I'm unspoken. Get out of my side and never come back.
The story of a little girl's simple faith that changes the life of everyone in the world.
Do you think I can ever meet God?
Don't miss the story that will touch you and change you on the next Life by the Leader.
Gospel united to say it's the Guts Gospel Show, a variety talk show with a Christian view. Your host, Nikki B, featuring open discussion, event spotlight, and special guests. Tune in weekday for the midday show at 3:30 p.m. The Guts Gospel Show, a variety talk show with a Christian view with your host, Nikki B, right here on this station.
This commercial is sponsored by Rhythmic Gospel Network.
If you believe it, you will receive it. changed me. Oh, yes, he did. And I love that man. He's been good to me. Better than I've been to myself. He takes care of me. That's why I spend all my time with him. Yeah. He made me alright.
Yeah, you ought to believe. Chanel right here on That's Gospel United Saved. A song called Chanel. We thank God for each and every one of you tuning into the broadcast. Getting back real quick to round out our segment, at least this portion of our segment, on developing leaders around you. And here are my few closing thoughts about creating a climate for potential leaders, because that's really what we've been focusing on this week. Creating the atmosphere, the right atmosphere for developing leaders, potential leaders. Sports records provide tangible evidence of the positive changes that can occur when the right climate has been established. Matter of fact, one Olympic athlete, Pat O'Brien, won a gold medal by throwing a 16-pound shot 57 feet to set a new world record. Experts at the time said O'Brien, the best in the world, might beat his record by a few inches if he practiced. They were certain that no one would ever be able to break the record, or break the 60-foot barrier. Pat O'Brien was determined to continue improving himself. He began experimenting with different styles. 4 years later, he won the Olympics again, not by a few inches, but by a few feet. He broke the unbreakable barrier by tossing the shot 60 feet 11 inches. From that time on, every shot putter worth his salt has tossed the shot beyond that length. Today, the record is over 70 feet. Great leaders share themselves and what they have learned. Great leaders. Now, some people won't do that, but great leaders will share themselves and what they've learned. Now, the same is true for the 4-minute mile. No one, the expert said, would ever be able to run the mile in less than 4 minutes. Then in 1954, a young medical student named Roger Bannister did the impossible by breaking that barrier. Today, every world-class runner can run the mile in less than 4 minutes. Why? Because one man decided to keep improving. One man decided to pay the price of personal growth. He was willing to lead. As a result, he created a climate for those achievers who followed him. So, this is what you ought to think about as we move on from this segment. Are you the type of leader who is willing to pay the price and create a climate in which your people can follow you and emerge as the leaders of tomorrow? Just think about it. Are you the type of leader who is willing to pay the price and create a climate in which your people can follow you and emerge as leaders of tomorrow? You ought to think about it. You ought to want to make it happen. When we get back to this subject again, we'll be talking about identifying potential leaders. That's the responsibility. When we talked about before is dealing with the thing that is the most difficult for leaders to do, the challenge for most leaders. Now we're dealing with the responsibility of leaders, the primary responsibility anyway, and that is identifying potential leaders. And we'll talk about that when we come back. You're tuning in to Guts Gospel United Saved, a variety talk show with a Christian point of view, hoping you will have the guts to tell somebody about Jesus. I'm your host, Nikki B, and we'll be right back with more of preparing for your deliverance. Thanks for tuning in to Guts Gospel United Saved.